What's up, guys? Tate here, and welcome to another year in review. I did this video this time of year last year, and I plan on making this kind of a yearly thing where I just recap the past season as well as updates and goal changes for this Tater Top 43 channel. So, with that being said, let's begin. So I started out the year with pretty much a brand new bike. Tore my bike down last off season and replaced pretty much everything, or it seemed like it, anyways. So I did the break-in ride. I had pretty much the same goals for the year. Hare scrambles, beat at least half the class, and beat at least one person for motocross races. But um, those kind of changed. Because I decided I mainly wanted to focus on motocross this year. Also, what changed this year was I changed from my video format last year of putting a mic on my GoPro and just talking while I ride to more vlog style videos. Um, so I really tried the vlog style video for my first race of the year was at Prophetstown, Illinois for the IERA Hare Scramble Series. Um, so yeah, I kind of liked the video format, and race wise, I ended up I think 16th at 32, so dead center of the pack. I had a great start. I was in the top five at one point in the race, but um, I just died pretty much. I wasn't in good enough or shape, but I wasn't even planning on racing that race because, like I said, I wanted to do mainly motocross this year. But Oak Ridge kept canceling practices, and I wanted to be on my bike, so I went to Prophetstown. Had fun regardless. So my first motocross race of the year was at Oak Ridge actually, and it was Iowa Moto Round Two, and I was feeling okay until I broke my chain on the second lap of the first moto. So didn't bring any backup parts, so that kind of ended my day. But I still had fun for the short time I was there. So that kind of set up the motocross racing for the year. The next week, I fixed my chain and went to New Hartford with my friend Aaron, which you guys have seen before. Um, we both raced the college boy class, and there's only three guys in the class, me, Aaron, and one other, and I ended up getting third, but still had a great time. New Hartford is an awesome track, especially for people like me who are just starting to get into the motocross side of things. So I still had an awesome time. I tried jumping a little bit more than what I did the previous year, and um, definitely made improvements from the previous year as well. So after the New Hartford race, I moved to St. Louis for an internship. And let me tell you right now, I am never going anywhere for more than a month at a time without my dirt bike. Like that, this summer was so difficult because I wanted to ride every weekend, and I just couldn't because I was 5 hours away from where my bike was stored. So um, that kind of sucked. I had a good time at my internship, but still, I mean, I want to ride my dirt bike. That's one of my goals in life, and I couldn't do that. So um, when I moved to St. Louis, I still did a couple of races. So um, I rode the Tri City GP, so I tried my first GP and ended up getting a plaque from that. So that was cool. Always love when you go home with trophies. Also, I raced New Hartford once again, and I should have ended up fifth in the college boy class, but they scored me sixth. But it wasn't for points; it was just a fun race, so I didn't really argue it. But still, it kind of sucks. Um, And then in the fall, when I moved back to Iowa, I made some real progress actually. I started riding muddy waters, and you can just see how going to the track days really can help improve you. I went to 3 track days. The first one I jumped like nothing. The second one I started jumping a little bit. And the third one I could pretty much clear almost every jump at the track. So just going to the ride days and focusing on what you need to do, um, or what you need to work on really helps, and focusing on one thing at a time. So I'd focus on just jumping, then the cornering I still need a lot of work. I'm pretty slow when it comes to that aspect at Muddy Waters, but I will definitely be there in next year to try and continue improving what I've already started. So where am I here? I competed at Cahokia for 2 races. Um, the first race was in July, so it was still over the summer, and that was the best of the Midwest race, and that one was ugly. I did a lot of damage to my bike, as well as the Missouri State Championship MX Series or whatever you call it. I competed in both beginner classes for that one. And the 250 beginner class, I crashed both motos, and that really affected the results. The 450 beginner class, however, went a bit smoother, and I ended up taking third in that class, which was one of my better finishes of the year. So, had some fun at Cahokia, but I guess there were just roughish conditions um, for both of those races that ended up putting some damages on my bike. So, after a lot of thinking at the end of the year, I considered the pros and cons of racing only in motocross, and I decided I want to get back to racing hare scrambles. I wanted to focus on only motocross this year, but I miss the wood side of things. I mean, I don't want to, you know, just specialize myself in one division of the sport. So I ended my year in Geneseo, Illinois for the Geneseo Hare Scramble, and struggled quite a bit, but still had an awesome time. It was pretty muddy track, couldn't really keep the bike in line, but um, it shows me what I need to work on for next year. So that's kind of the review of the year. I had a lot of fun, but like I said, I do have a couple of regrets. One, not finding a place to put my bike in St. Louis, and two, only doing motocross instead of doing each division of the sport, like GPs, hare scrambles, as well as motocross. So that brings me to the updates for next year. So next year, I plan on doing more hare scrambles. Um, and focusing more on hare scrambles. But with that being said, I also plan on doing GPs and motocross. So the 3 tracks I'm going to focus on for motocross racing and riding are Muddy Waters, Cahokia, and New Hartford, just because they're either tracks I'm comfortable with or they're beginner level tracks. So um, just from experience, they're the tracks I have more fun with. Um, so in news, or in other news, I actually accepted a full-time job offer. So or this summer, I should say, I'm moving to Schaumburg, Illinois. Um, so I'm gonna focus on doing mainly District 17 hare scrambles. But if we pull up a map of the town, um, you can see it's pretty much Chicago. But it's right next to Wisconsin. It's in Illinois, and it's right next to Indiana too. So the demographics of where I'm racing are going to change, and those 3 states will be the ones where I'll be doing most of my racing. So unfortunately, um, my days for Iowa racing are numbered, so to say. But I'll be back. I'll still do races, just I won't be living here, so it will mainly be District 17 races and Wisconsin races, and some Indiana races as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. When more updates come, I'll let you guys know, and that's probably going to be around the time where I move there, which will be in May. So um, something to really look forward to. yeah, this year has been a fun one. Like I said, do have a couple of regrets, but regardless, I spent time on my dirt bike, and that's all I could ask for. So, guys, thanks for your support. I look forward to seeing you guys in season 3.